Weird. This is all so weird. I stop overthinking, swallow half my chewy and spit the rest into the grass, feeling guilty as soon as I do it. The ocean views from this hill are wonderful. Two ships are heading toward each other from this angle. I swear they're going to crash. The sky is the same shade blue as the water, which makes it difficult to see where both meet. And I'm pleasantly surprised because I didn't know the cemetery had glimpses of the bay. The grass is fog green and short, tempting me to sit down and regroup my feelings about all this. My emotions are all over the place, as are the mixed tulips and the iris shoots bordering the path to the information centre. What will I do when I get there? How am I supposed to feel? I'm unsure as to why I have come here, and the feeling of guilt for never visiting in the past makes me feel nauseous. My stomach feels like it is filled with air bubbles, so I lie on my back and stretch, breathing slowly and trying to think positive thoughts. It's just a day. It's just a day. Polished green street posts with signs written in French-style writing seem to be on every corner. I've only ever been to one cemetery, and it was the one that my pop was buried in, where sheep walk over the graves, visitors turn up in gumboots, and weeds have been taken over. Weeds have taken over. There, nobody seems to mind about the condition of the cemetery, but here it's quite different. A large fence borders the area to keep animals out, and there are concrete roads and gravel paths. This cemetery is like a town of its own. It's full of life. A couple stroll past, hand in hand, sharing a takeaway coffee. They give me a knowing smile and nod as if they sense that I'm a little tense. A family of 7 huddle around the smallest grave I've ever seen. They're singing soft nursery rhymes with beautiful harmonies that bring me back to the days when I'd sing in youth group and at Sunday school. In the distance, a ride-on mower weaves through the grassy areas much faster than it probably should be going, and a gardener with a whippersnipper also weaving in and out, whistling every time he stops. A young man and his toddler sit by the loved one's grave sides with flowers and photos, while the little girl draws, sitting on a picnic rug with her lunchbox. The man dabs at his eyes with his sleeve as the little girl hands him her handkerchief. I take a deep breath in and out. Thinking how long I've been waiting to come here to say a prayer to my mum. I unzip the side pocket of my bag and try on my mother's rings. They finally fit me perfectly. On the fingers she wore them. Ring man and tall man. Blossoming camellias and magnolias beg for me to pick them. I look around to make sure no one is watching and pick about 10 flowers of each colour. This will save me a fortune. I walk around in a daze until I become distracted by reading headstones of those buried in the late 1800s. It makes me sad to see these graves, that they are sinking into the ground. Weeds grow through concrete cracks of sunken graves, and I feel blessed that my mother wasn't buried. One of the graves is of an old married couple deceased in 1884. I say a quick prayer while squeezing pink magnolia blooms in between the cracks and continue searching for my mother. Apparently my mum's ashes are in the block closest to the visitor centre and on the side near the fence line, facing north with glimpses of the bay, the Elizabeth wing. I'm right where I should be. I'm surrounded by hundreds of 12 by 12 inch aluminium and stainless steel plaques. I spin around, just gazing at all the names, hoping that my mother's will jump out at me. It makes me feel dizzy, and I now have a headache with a slight pain behind my left eyeball. Maybe she's down the bottom. Deborah June Kelly. I scan for her name. Deborah June Kelly. Surely they're not in alphabetical order. Deborah June Kelly. There are so many names here, but where's Mum's? Deborah June Kelly. Shall I go and ask? Deborah June Kelly. Oh, Mum, why did you have to die and leave me? Deborah June Kelly. I loved you and need you to teach me how to fit in with people. Deborah June Kelly.